This is no longer Link's adventure. Now Medli is the main character. I mean, hey, given what I said about, well, the gold feathers and how I like them, I guess it makes sense that a winged girl would be our main protagonist. Fits with me perfectly. I did say I'd never bring that joke up again, didn't I? It's probably not even that funny. Hello, Kukomi here. Welcome back to another episode of Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, where we can see Link continue to do his magic, I guess. Last time, we got some bracelets that let us be superpowered at will. We awakened Medli to her true calling to stay in the deep depths of a dark dungeon under the sea in order to pray to make a sword shiny. And, well, today, we are going to continue. So, the first thing you're probably wondering is, oh, yes, Medli, go to the corner. I keep forgetting you can set things down in this game. Why is it mapped to a different button? Normally I would be fine with stuff being mapped to different buttons. Like, Nintendo has the opposite problem of that today, where they map, like, everything to the same button. But no, in this case, I want it... Wow, I never noticed how angry Link looks with the hammer out. It's also got, like, it looks like he's got his cheeks puffed a little. Well, the first thing you're probably wondering, you can see just in the smoke right there is a peg. What is the smoke? We head in, and we... I guess... Wow. I'm not going to say it exactly, but for those of you who know what I'm referencing, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. But this is a curse status. We cannot use any of our items. However, light will get rid of that immediately. It'll also just go away over time. And, well, we have a way to reflect light. So, why don't we just go ahead? And you can see as we sort of just run around, we can, well, point it. If you just leave Medli pointing at a specific thing and then hit back, she'll continue to hold that position. So we can use our hammer. I said use our hammer, and hit the peg. And yeah, I'm pressing R and I can't even use the hammer right now. And because I am playing on the Pro Controller, I can show you guys the dungeon map really quick, just to give you an idea of what we're getting into. But here are the different floors. We need to go all the way down to basement 3. So, let's continue. Something I wanted to touch upon last episode. Well, first of all, I never did finish this. Oh god, I know what these... Nope, these are not what I'm thinking. These are bubbles. We've seen these before in the Tower of the Gods. Can I target them at least? Thank you. Because I don't have my oh-so-precious motion controls at the moment. But, just like, the next 2 dungeons are easily among my favorite Zelda dungeons of all time. I just want to get that out there. And, well, I did talk about this quite a bit before, but it's just, like, they nailed the atmosphere. It feels like you're really going through, like, a tough dungeon. Wind Waker just sort of nailed its dungeons in general. I definitely felt that way about Skyward Sword even before making the Let's Play of it, but I didn't really feel that way about Wind Waker, except for Dragon Roost. I remember really liking Dragon Roost. So let's go ahead and have Link do his magic. One other thing I wanted to bring up is something you might have noticed. The sage said that whoever carries a harp and is awakened to their destiny as the Earth Sage, or Sage of the Earth Temple, to be specific, is, well, a descendant of her. She did not look anything like a Rito. In fact, she is a Zora. Fish people, basically. We haven't actually seen any Zora in this game. Heck, I don't think I've actually Let's Played a Zelda game that have seen... Yes, and now we get introduced to a new mechanic. Hey, come back. Well, that's not terrifying or anything. Basically, these are floor masters. They take you, and they will just put you in some random place. They're kind of scary to deal with. You can shoot them with arrows. And, yeah, they only put you here for some reason. But where do they put Medli? Well, if you couldn't tell by my camera. Link, I'm over here! Well, we can just tell Medli to come to us. But basically what I was trying to get at is that we haven't really seen the Zora people. They are people who thrive in very water-filled environments, which makes you think that they would actually be prime candidates for the Great Sea, as it's literally an ocean. Yet the Rito, the people who fly across the Great Sea and aren't aquatic at all, are actually evolutions of the Zora. So that brings up the question. Oh god, no, let her go. So that brings up the question, why? And for a while I thought it was kind of stupid until I saw a theory on it. I can't take credit for this, but I saw someone else post this. I don't even remember what the post was or where I saw it. But someone proposed the idea that essentially the reason the Zora, the people who thrive in the water, evolved into Rito is because that the gods actually had it sort of happen that way in order to make sure that they didn't accidentally stumble upon Hyrule Castle or just old Hyrule in general. It's a really neat theory and it explains a lot. Because, you know, if there's no species that thrives around swimming, then there's no way that they would, well... can I at least get them to come out? Come on, come here. What if I throw a bomb? Do bombs do anything? I don't think they do anything. But basically, it was the gods' way of making sure that no one stumbled upon old Hyrule. Which I think is really neat, personally. I love that little detail. Oh, right, so I had to use Medli to get this guy to come out. Sorry, Medli, for using you as essentially as bait. Shoot. Because I'm pretty sure once... So, that's just an interesting theory to bring up. I just knocked over my pop filter. Hooray me! I am really good at this, in case you couldn't tell. I will just need a second to get that back on. Yeah, professional Let's Play, right. High production values. I believe if you try and move Medli off this, yeah, you can see the switch will, well, unpress itself, which means we're going to need to leave Link on here and let Medli track through the temple alone. You got this, Medli. Okay, no, she can't open doors, so it is up to us to continue onward. Except we can't do anything in here without Medli. Except we have a key, so I guess we don't need to, because... And Medli, if you leave Medli in a room, she'll just go back to the last entrance you went through. So, and I believe she is shown on the map. So, like, if I throw her over here and walk away... Oh yeah, she does get really dizzy when you, like, throw her into a wall. But I believe, yeah, Medli does appear on the map, so if you ever lose Medli, just check the map, you'll find her pretty quickly. I don't think there's any place where you could really go that, like, it won't get just permanently locked out. So you don't need to worry about that as much. So, let's head on to the next room. And honestly, that's all I really had to say, like, about the Earth Temple that I planned on saying, and I didn't expect to get it through that quickly. I should probably plan this stuff out more. This is going to be interesting... I believe these choo-choos are infinite spawning, if I remember correctly. But what we want to do is... burn these, because when life gives you curtains, burn them. That's life advice with Kukomi. Thank you guys for watching. And, well, what we can do... We have a few ways to solve this puzzle, actually. So these switches, just like the previous ones, will not stay down unless we keep something on them. But we can put these choo-choos on them. However, once these choo-choos are no longer in the light, they are on a timer. They will unpetrify after a bit. And when they do, they won't hold that down anymore. So what you could do is you could get both of them on the switch like I did. Or, I think this is the way I did this as a kid. I got one choo-choo on the switch and I put Medli on the other. And then when I moved Medli, these stairs came back up, but Medli can just fly up here. So, it's really more for Link specifically. So, just a few ways to go about it, the same puzzle. It's not really anything too novel. Alright, I'm ready. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, I wasn't ready. These enemies still scare me. These are like the enemies that scare me the most in this game. You'd think it would be another certain enemy we may or may not come upon soon, but no, those enemies freak me out the most. I remember what we need to do here. Though, the fact that there isn't any sound, at least for me, does help it a lot. Like, they don't just freak me out as much. It's partially just the sudden sound, they just come out of nowhere. And that's what always got me. I remember reading a while back when I was taking a film, I think it was when I was taking a film class, but that a lot of what horror, just horror movies in general, pretty much anything in the horror genre, if you take away the sound from it, it loses a lot of its, well, horror factor. So, and I've noticed that when I've watched through, like, bits and pieces of horror films, but with no sound, and I do have to say, I'm personally not a big fan of horror. It creeps me out. Which is funny, because in that film class, we actually got assigned a movie to write a paper on, and of course, with my luck, I get assigned a horror film. Though it's more of a psychological horror than, like, gore horror, which I much prefer psychological horror to gory stuff. But yes, you can see we have another jar here if we want to go back. I believe pushing this block here will unbar that door. Or no, it just makes a chest appear. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's see if we can get Medli up here, because sometimes you can just get her up ledges. Because she does gain height when you throw her, or not. Sorry, I won't get to show you Medli all dizzy and whatnot. There we go, Medli. See, all you need to do was a little mind control to get you out of that. Wait, I said this wasn't mind control. This is not mind control. It's still, like, even as a kid, that idea of using the command melody to command around actual people, it's one thing with inanimate statues infused with god powers. It's another thing when it's an actual person. That just sort of creeps me out. I mean, I guess, if anything, Medli sort of consented to it, so I said I wouldn't use any fairies in here, so no fairies for us. So I guess, technically, she's okay with it, because she knows what she's going into, or getting into, and what do you have to say? Link, do not worry about straying? Yes, so, the King of the Red Lions will basically tell you, yeah, don't worry if you, stick too far away from Medli. You will generally need to keep Medli with you, but you don't be, like, too afraid to go without her, as, you can. She won't get lost that easily. The only thing that can really do anything to her are floor masters. Here is a new enemy we have not seen before. These are, well, that's a moblin. This is a pole. Pole. It is a pole. Yes. Can you not tell just by looking at it? It is a pole. And, well, if we try and go towards them, they're ghosts. We can't really do anything to them. Come on. You can hit their lantern all you want. But if they hit you, if you'd be so kind, you get cursed, and essentially your controls are inverted, I think? Yeah, your controls are inverted. It's kind of funny to watch. They can only hurt you with a lantern, so... And it doesn't last for that long. And just like other cursed stuff in this temple, going into light, I believe, immediately cures that. However, what's more interesting is that here, if we take out the command melody, you're probably wondering, well, how do we defeat those? Actually, I think once they're done cursing you, they just disappear forever. So effectively, they give their lives to do a little damage to you. They're like bees. Essentially, they try and sting you, but when they do, they essentially kill themselves in the process, while mildly annoying you. So yeah, so what you want to do is you want to reflect light on them, and that will make you able to hit them. And you can see we got some more stuff up here, including, well, a door, another door. But before we do that, I want to see if we can get those statues from across the way, because I'm not sure how far the light extends. I think it does extend infinitely. But you can see as we sort of just push the light across, then we, well, just reveal stuff. I will go ahead. I don't think we need to get rid of the last statue because we can just climb up there just fine. And they're basically telling you here, hey, idiot, use your harp. And just in case you weren't sure what to do in here, with that, we get a joy pendant. Hooray. Joyous of joy. So let's go ahead and call Medli. Even if we can go on without her, I'd prefer to have her with us, just in case we do need her. Medli, it's a ledge! You fly! There's nothing wrong with jumping. I mean, granted, I don't blame you if this place creeps you out, and why am I getting an upskirt shot of Medli? That was not intended. Just throw that out there. But Medli, what is wrong with falling? You shouldn't have it. Oh, this room. Oh, you don't need Medli for this room, but normally my strategy is to stay up here and chuck bombs. Not that. Actually throw them. You're probably wondering why. Well, as if you'd be so kind, it's a key. Well then. You do need to come down here for the key, as I don't believe Medli can pick up keys. But our way up is gone. This is the enemy I was referring to earlier. These are Redeads. If you'd be so kind, yes. They scream at you and stun you. And if they get close enough to you, they nom nom on you. Yes, this is purely for demonstration purposes. My best way of dealing with them is to literally just chuck bombs at them, because they don't approach you if you're too far away. I don't think they can be burned or frozen. So you're going to need bombs. And just chuck bombs at them. That's all you need to do. Is just start chucking bombs. I think it takes 3 to 4 bombs to take them out. You'll know when you hear like it has a bit of a different sound effect hitting them when they actually go down. So I think that's it. Yep. Okay, so that took like 4 to 5. And they're just going to lie on the ground like this for a while before they deteriorate. So if they weren't creepy enough, there you go. Alright. Unfortunately, we don't have bomb arrows in this game. I'm just going to throw multiple bombs. Have fun. Oh, it actually blows them up. Let's do that. And I think there's only 2. Nope, there's a 3rd one. Hello. Honestly, I still find Floor Masters put me on edge more than Redeads do, mainly because there's a really easy way to deal with Redeads, just chuck bombs at them. But Floor Masters, like, they hide in the ground, so you have to get close to them, and you never quite know when they're just going to lunge out at you. So, yes, I personally find Floor Masters a bit more stress-inducing to deal with, but I can understand from a lot of people's perspective, the Redeads are kind of frightening. And honestly, I think they're more frightening in this game than they are in any other game, at least compared to like Ocarina of Time or Twilight Princess, because I feel like the more animated expression just lends so much more to them. So with that, we have a locked door. So let's head through. This one looks a bit different. We cannot bring Medli into this room. Try as you might, you can't bring Medli. And, well, this is a Stalfos. Basically, its head is, to give you a basic idea, its head is its weak point. Its attacks are very slow, but they hit like a truck. Doing stuff to its body isn't going to do much. I believe you can actually just shoot the head, like so. I don't know if that just stuns them or if that actually does damage, but when you do enough damage, they will actually, well, break apart. And what you want... Excuse me? You can't pick up their weapon, unfortunately. And when they do that, you want to attack the head. So essentially, you just want to... I believe you can also just bomb them. Like so. And yeah, that insta gets them out. I believe you can shoot the heads to do damage. Oh, sure, I'll leave this here. Have fun. Shoot, that bomb is about to explode. Alright, and with that, yeah. It's not like some previous Zelda games where you had to specifically bomb their corpse to make sure they never came back. But the game's like, oh, that wasn't enough for you? Here's, like, 3 more. Have fun. I think there's 3. They showed 3 Stalfos coming. 1, 2, I can't count. 2! So, same strategy as before. Simply either attack it when it's not attacking you, or throw bombs at it. I recommend focusing on them one at a time, because they're pretty slow, they don't move that fast. So you don't have to worry. Oh, I've never actually one-rounded that. Oh, we can pick it up. Take that. Aha, I have slightly perturbed you. Well, here, take that. It's a present, from me to you. I guess you can sort of stun them with arrows if you really want to buy some time before that. Alright, just spin attack. Spin attacks are like the best way to just do a bunch of damage to these guys. And with that, we won. And we can see we have a prize waiting for us. What could we possibly get for defeating skeletons? Well, personally, I would love these clubs. Or, I guess they're maces? But nah. We don't get to keep these. With that, we get the Mirror Shield. Its shiny surface reflects beams of light. Now we have essentially a mirror of our own on our back. We no longer have to rely on Medli. So you can guess that we are going to have puzzles involving reflecting light off of multiple surfaces now. And in that time that this light is showing, we basically abandon the Hero Shield, our family heirloom. I'm just going to presume the most positive thing in that Link just stuffed it in his inventory with literally everything else. But when I first played this as a kid, I'm like, wait, did he just abandon his family heirloom in a dark dungeon under the sea? Food for thought. But essentially, you can, well, just go in this crouch position while in light, you can just sort of reflect light. It makes dealing with the purple choo-choos a lot easier, and I like how like the tint of the room changes when you actually get the light reflected and activate a switch. It's going to be like that for a few rooms, which is just a really neat detail. We have a way to deal with Pose on our own now. We don't need to worry about, well, we don't need to necessarily worry about the having Medli do it. Another strategy, if you really want to, is essentially once you get a Poe sort of, well, materialized, I guess. I don't know exactly what you would call it. I think they die pretty quickly to an arrow, if I recall correctly. Let's see if my yep. Oh, nope, they didn't die. Come on. I think they do eventually will, like, turn back into ghosts. So you do need to, you do have a time limit. So you're going to come up, give us a mean right hook. No. Whoa. Wow, I jumped over that spear attack. That looked cool. And Medli should be back by the entrance of this room. In fact, let's call Medli. What, actually call her? No, we're gonna mind control her. Yeah, you know what, screw it, it's just mind control. Oh no, she's left over here. I literally walked past her then, whoops. But a common gimmick now with this dungeon is going to be that we go to one spot with Medli, reflect light. Like so. And then from that spot, we go to that as Link, and we reflect light off of that. Yes, light puzzles, hooray. Excuse me. And of course, we're going to need to get Medli with us. So let's do that. I'm just going to drop her off the ledge. There you go. See, Medli, that wasn't so bad. You can totally go off ledges. She looked so distressed when she tried to go off the ledge that time. Shoot. I know there's a way to... No, yeah, that's how. So basically, you drop here, do my bidding. I keep pressing right on the analog stick for the Wind Waker for some reason. But you, yes, you, do my bidding. reflect on this statue thing. And we shall take advantage of that and take this wall out. Yes, we are the destroyer of walls with light. Yeah, you can ask how that works. I don't know if there's anything like that where, like, if there's any material like that would, like, build a wall that would actually be sensitive to light. And with that, we have come full circle back to the beginning of this dungeon, or sort of beginning. And, well, we too can now reflect mist on our own. But if you noticed, the switch up there happens to look like the one we had to hit to leave the mini-boss room. So, logic states that we should shine a light on it. That is actually really creepy looking. But we have to go with Medli first, since Medli will hold her position, but Link won't hold his position while commanding Medli, so... with these sort of puzzles, you're always going to have to set up Medli first, then you're going to have to go with Link. And, well, we've reached a little further in the temple. We still got a little more time left for this episode. And that I don't want to be in this temple for, like, so many episodes. Because I plan on getting through this temple in one recording session, and right now this is like the second episode I'm recording in that session. So, maybe like 1 or 2 more episodes to finish the Earth Temple. We'll go a little further and call it an episode. So, let's head down. Shame we can't like jump off. Actually, we should be able to if we do this. Fly, Medli, fly! Or not. Hey, you're not dizzy. Good, you're getting used to it. You'll need that for the rest of the temple. Oh, right, this room. So, these bubbles are blue bubbles. Essentially, they're fire bubbles, but if they hurt you, they curse you instead of just setting you on fire. Which means you can't use your items. They're, like I said, just like before, there are 2 ways to sort of take them out. You can either choose to... wait. I thought you could just get them with arrows. Okay. Hit the shield. Hit the shield. Come on, I will bob your head again. Oh, hello. Okay, yeah, forget it. Here. I thought you could just sort of take him out, but I guess not. I prefer to not fight on the bridge because that can be really awkward. And you don't want to knock them into the mist either, like I just did right there. I don't know if they revive immediately if they do that, but you can still use your sword in the mist, I'm pretty sure. So at least you have that, but yeah, it can be kind of annoying to deal with this. I remember this room being really annoying to deal with in particular. So Medli, go over there. Leaf. 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 No. Leaf. Oh, wow, I got it. Nice. But before we do that, we want to go over here, or before we continue on, we want to fly over here. Or not. Yes, and there are floor masters out here, just to make sure that you weren't having, if you weren't, to, I guess, give you a little more incentive to not fall, if the blue mist was not enough. We haven't really seen this so much, but floor masters, what they can do is that they will actually just take stuff from near you, like pots or the skulls that you can break open for goodies, and they will just chuck it at you. Literally just chuck it at you. Oh, hello. Take that. Another thing is that those bubbles, if they're in like a sort of just an animate skull like that, before they activate, if you shoot them with an arrow, that will kill them. So, helpful life advice with Kukomi. Always shoot skulls to make sure they're not going to come alive and try and set you on fire or curse you. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good life advice. Don't know when it'd necessarily be applicable outside of this game, but oh god, bit my tongue. Well, without further ado, let's play the Earth God's lyric. And well, we'll do like one more room and then call it a day. So this next room, no, never mind. We're just gonna call it a day here. What? I'm totally not dealing with those. So next time on Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, we give up on our quest and go home because we're not dealing with zombies. I wonder. No? Okay. Well, next time on Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, we will continue our trek through the Earth Temple. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.